What's up? We are the geeks and degenerates, and look who's back. Edwin's back.
It's me, motherfuckers.
Oh boy.
I'm back, bitches.
Hell yeah. And jumps here as always, but question for you two gentlemen.
Hey.
Do you like video games?
I like being sad.
Yeah. I like being fucking sad, bro. I like emotional trauma.
Do you like adaptations based on video games that are buggy and glitchy, but this one's made by one of the best animation companies in Japan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Do you like crying?
I love crying, dude.
I love crying.
I fucking love
Holy
crying,
fuck.
dude. Like the game's only 10 out of 10 in my book if it makes me fucking cry.
Well, you're in luck, because today we're talking about Cyberpunk Edgerunners, the latest Netflix show based on a video game. As you can see, they're still recovering from emotional damage.
I am legitimately tearing up. Oh god.
Oh
Wait,
no.
hold on.
Jesus fuck, we haven't even said anything about the show yet. God.
This is embarrassing.
So, before really getting into the plot, did you guys ever touch the video game?
No.
Okay.
Yes. I played it on launch month. It was an experience. I like my playthrough was buggy as hell, but I mean like it wasn't like as major as like some of the horror stories I've heard. Like I was still able to finish the game in the end, but you know, all the bugs really kind of like soured the experience. But I mean, as far as the game itself goes, like underneath all the fucking problems with it and all the disaster that was the marketing up to release, I thought it was a pretty good game.
Okay. So you were familiar with the world they were setting up in this anime?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, I didn't really have the hardware at the time to play. Now I do, but at the time I wasn't able to play Cyberpunk, and I didn't have the cash for it.
Mm.
So once I heard it, was like, oh, it's buggy and it's not really worth playing at the moment. Sure, even though the story's great, the side quests are like in depth, but it does take you out of the world when it starts to glitch out.
Absolutely. Like, I will say though, it's a much better experience now.
Okay, yeah, that's why, like, especially after watching the anime, sure, you could call me a normie for saying this. After watching the anime, I do want to buy the game now and play through it.
Yeah, because we all want to beat the shit out of a certain somebody.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's true. But now I really do want to try playing the game. So, I did go into this world blind. I know about Night City. I know about the style of Cyberpunk, but I never knew what it was like. What's the story behind Night City? So, again, went in blind. I know Adam Smasher though.
Okay. But yeah, getting into the plot, like we meet David, and this plot is essentially divided into two parts, like before and after main, essentially.
That was the divide in the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very much the halfway point.
Yeah. And like David, he goes to this preppy school, but he's kicked out because he gets into a fight after installing the Sandevistan, which he gets from his mom, because she unfortunately passes away from a car accident, and like he.
Hey, you're treating this like the actual anime where they just brushed over the mom's death.
Yeah.
You're literally going at the same pace as the anime right now.
Yeah.
Relax, dude. We got time.
Yeah, I would say that is like one of the pet peeves I had with this anime, or like one of my gripes with this anime was that with the mom it was kind of rushed. She had they had really good chemistry. She had really good character, and I would say the person who voice acted the mom. Okay, to let you all know, me and Enzo watched it dub. Edwin watched it sub, and I will say the dub's really fucking good.
The dub is definitely the way to watch it. I watched the dub as well.
Yeah, like I can't watch a Studio Trigger anime that really focuses on the detail when I have to read subtitles. I just couldn't do that to myself. But anyway, but yeah, like I feel like it was a bit of a waste. Like we could have had a whole full episode just introducing the mom.
Yeah.
She was a really good character and just immediately taken away from us.
Yeah.
I will say I disagree with you on that point. And like just stay with me for a second here. Like I honestly I'm really happy with how the show is paced because like it kind of works out with like just the absolute shitstorm of things happening in David's life. Like all of this shit happens one after the other. Like David never really like catches a break, and experiencing the show, it seems like if David never gets a break, neither should we. Kind of is where I'm like kind of like approaching it from.
Okay, if you put it that way, I could see like the upside of their pacing when it came to like the introduction to David, who he was like. But I don't know. So far, you get the full tone of the show right off the bat, where
the show is no time.
Yeah, the show is probably the predecessor who had the Sandevistan first before it got to David, and how effective it was as a weapon.
And they introduce being a cyber psycho, this phase where you just go nuts because of the technology in your body and in your mind.
And introducing us to the absolute gore that this anime is like ready to show us like everything.
Yeah. But David's luck changes kind of when he meets Lucy, who he passes her test of like stealing the chips in people's heads, and they seem to be getting along, and she has this thing where you go to the moon.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that like the equivalent of, what do you call it? Like credit cards in the Cyberpunk world? I'm not really sure. Because I don't really know why they were stealing those things.
It's biodata. The biochips are they're basically kind of like how do I say this? It's basically somebody's like personal information.
Oh, that's horrible. This is just like legitimate data stealing.
Yeah, literally.
Physical data stealing.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
I do love the sequence where Lucy takes David to the moon, and he feels the heat of the sun. Like that's pretty cool technology.
Yeah, like at first we get like, oh shit, they have intersex? Because you see like the thing that they use to hook up to each other looks like a condom packet.
I mean, this is an Avatar.
That's some Avatar bullshit.
I do love the sequence though, like of them showing a fight scene with David's bully. Like this is our first time seeing what a fight scene would look like in the Cyberpunk world with Studio Trigger as the pilot.
Yeah,
it's not even technically a fight scene because it's literally just like David just like beating the absolute shit out of this motherfucker.
Well, actually, at first the motherfucker beats the shit out of David, and then David puts in the Sandevistan. I love that shit. Grow me the fuck up, and he just has it in like a plastic bag. I love it when he goes to like the Ripper Doctor.
Yeah,
and he just keeps adding on like upgraded lungs.
And every time
Sandevistan.
he gets a upgrade, he's like biting on a piece of metal, but like later on he's just like, I'm already used to this shit.
Yeah, he's numb to the pain.
Yeah.
That shit was so good.
But yeah, like he doesn't know that Lucy's part of a crew, which includes Maine, who's this big, I don't know how else to describe him, big cyberpunk boy.
Big cyberpunk boy.
Eating all his proteins.
No, because like he's like, when he gets out of like the simulation, he's like, "You guys are cyberpunks, aren't you?" End credit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. You guys are some kind of Edgerunners, aren't you? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Are these a thing? Is it not just a name? You
Yeah,
know,
it's a
like,
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought
That's
it was kind
literally
of
what
like
they're called. No.
it's kind of like with Cloud. He's like, Sephiroth, this is your Final Fantasy. I don't know.
What? No. Like Edgerunners are an actual thing in the universe.
Okay. I just got a little bit confused there. I was like, they're just
Yeah.
saying the show right now.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not Morbin time. They're not Morbin out. There are actually people called Cyberpunks or Edgerunners in the universe.
Yeah.
Christ, we gotta answer to the Call of Duty.
Jesus
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Jesus
But yeah,
Christ.
they're more violent versions of, Blade Runners. And like David has to earn his way to keep the San Devison and to make it into the crew where he just first
Oh yeah, we find out that the mom was kind of their black market to
Yeah.
illegal upgrades. So that was a cool backstory. Like even Maine kind of had a level of respect for David's mom.
Yeah, and like his test is to steal information from an Arasaka member.
Corpo.
Yeah.
that's what we
And like I do like the boxing scene when this chick just pops her claw in the big woman's skull. I guess that's legal.
call it. I don't think so. Like when the lady just goes down, I was like,
I mean, it's probably not legal, but nobody cares. It's an underground fight ring.
Yeah.
that's true. That's
Like nobody gives a shit.
I love this whole concept of people just upgrading. Like it's just a next level of like plastic surgery, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
Like you just see lines on people's bodies, and that's when you know they're chrome. And I was like, that's sick. And I don't know. I've never played the game, so I don't know what Ripper Doctors do, what chroming up is really like. So seeing it firsthand in this anime, I was like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much like it is in the anime. Ripper Docs like are just licensed doctors who like
or
install-
unlicensed.
or unlicensed. Yeah, we just install like cybernetic implants into people.
I love that shit. I always wanted a robotic arm.
Sure. But yeah, like
I think I'm good. Oh, organic. I think I'm good.
I'm good being organic too, man.
Hey man, if I could stop time and just get like my Shopee from outside,
Yeah, but at the
Within,
same time
like,
you'll
a-
lose your mind.
I mean, just stop adding shit. Just have that one thing.
Sure.
That was the problem
sure.
with David. He just kept putting shit in himself.
Well, because David's built different, bro.
I'm different. I'm special.
Fucking verbatim. He's built different.
Like
God.
every time we saw
That is one thing I will dock points off the show for. Is the dialogue was a little touch and go at times.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Like Reddit was pretty much the script writer for some of the scenes.
Yeah, no, literally.
I was like, all right, David, you are built different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And like during their celebration, they find out that their fixer is Faraday, who's voiced by, well, in the English dub, is voiced by Giancarlo Esposito.
Mm. And I will say, as much I love Gus Fring. I love Giancarlo Esposito. I love, well, who was he in, like,
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon. I love Moff Gideon to death. But he wasn't that great here.
Yeah.
I mean, him voice acting kind of didn't really translate well.
Yeah, I mean, like it goes to show, like slightly off topic, kind of, not really, but like voice acting is a completely different beast from like regular
Acting,
traditional
yeah.
acting.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like Giancarlo Esposito's first time voice acting in
I would-
anything.
No.
No,
Oh,
Far
no,
Cry.
he did
Far Cry.
Yeah.
He did Far Cry, but I think motion capture really helped.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also it might have just come down to voice direction.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Because
Like a lot of times, like shaky like vocal performances can come down to like weird directing.
okay,
Yeah.
because like when David would talk or Maine would talk, as they're having this interaction with Faraday would sound like he doesn't belong in the room, like he was voiced somewhere else.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's what I felt like with
There
Faraday.
might have just been a recording issue or something.
Yeah.
They were still like in that quarantine phase
Uh,
where they had to record in their own bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows? Maybe he was trying to finish up Better Call Saul while they were doing
Probably.
Cyberpunk.
But yeah, they have to get information from Tanaka, so David has to go through training. But like, Lucy's hesitant because she's like, I can't lose you.
But I mean, hey man, you're skipping out on a really good introduction to a certain character that I'm really in love with.
Rebecca.
Yes, sir. Woo, that lolly. I think she's old.
We need to call we need to call the fucking cops.
Damn. Fuck. I love
Where's
Rebecca.
my
I love the
phone?
voice actor. Hey, I love the voice actor that plays Rebecca.
Hmm.
I know she's in more shit like Loud House. I know that she voice acts a character there, but hearing her voice is so distinct.
Yeah.
And our first introduction to Rebecca is like trying to seduce a Russian bodyguard
Yeah. Dude.
as David and Lucy tries to steal his like limo.
Yeah.
And them having a hard time since it is the future. Like there's these automated security systems that they had to go through. I was like, huh. I'm really hoping that that's the case in like the game where that's how you steal a car. Like if it's for like a corpo like like a Lamborghini or a limo.
It's sort of like that, a little more like simplified, of course, like for game purposes. But
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
it basically all depends on like your I think it's your intelligence skill. Or...
I'm not sorry. I'm having a hand-to-hand fight with Adam Smasher, so I'm skipping out on all the hacking shit. I'm brute forcing it once I play
Fair.
Cyberpunk.
All right.
Hacking's really fun in the game, I will say.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put a little bit of points into hacking. Who knows? I might get some secrets out of it.
Yeah. But like, it is a cool montage of seeing David training with guns and running and getting more tech in him.
But you could kind of see David's not really keen to guns. Like he doesn't really want to use it.
Yeah.
He likes using his Sandevistan, get people in and out of situations instead of killing somebody while using it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like he still has that side of like, for my mom, I don't want to kill. For my own sanity, because we already see that this dude is watching futuristic snuff films.
Yeah.
So the dude's already kind of messed up in the head when he was like glorifying that one guy who edits
Yeah.
people's
Yeah.
death. Yeah.
Like to get the information, they find out that Tanaka visits Jimmy Kurosawa, I think his last name is.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the guy who does the
Yeah.
snuff films?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy Kurosawa.
Is he an actual character?
I'm not that.
What?
Well,
not that far into the game.
the show's canon, so yes, everybody who's introduced here is.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is an actor.
everybody in the show is canon.
Yeah. Though I think it's kind
Like-
of a prequel. Cause
It is a
Yes,
prequel.
it is.
Yeah.
It takes place a year before the Cyberpunk game.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, they kidnap him, and through kidnapping him, they get Tanaka, and they deep hack into him, and he's a poor guy strapped to a board while Lucy's going into his memories, and she finds files on David too.
Hey, how did they kidnap Tanaka again?
They got Jimmy, and then in the process of arresting,
Oh, right, they
Yeah.
met up.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they
And I
killed.
love it that Tanaka has like a kung fu or a karate like implant in him. I love that shit. By the way, like you could just learn jujitsu just plugging in the chip.
Yeah, but at the same time, Jimmy dies in the process because he doesn't duck out of the way from the Tanaka spikes.
The fucking poison needles.
Yeah,
Oh,
Like he shoots
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Oh wait, we kind of skipped out on somebody's death.
oh yeah, we've Rebecca's brother.
Yeah, like what was his name again?
Shit, I forgot.
Herbie
fuck-
Longhands guy.
Fuckface.
Yeah, like this, like David's first time being introduced to a cyber psycho firsthand.
Yeah,
Where this is just random dude peeing on a barrel on top of a crate. And then
That's why you never fuck with a man who's pissing.
that's true. That is, we get a full shot of his dick too. His uncircumcised weenie.
That's also
And but
chromed up. Rick. Ah, okay.
is it?
Yeah, then the brother make a comment.
I'll rewatch it just to confirm.
I am. I don't. I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna skip
don't
out
look
on
at-
like looking for the dick.
But yeah, he
Nah.
blasts the brother's head off instantly. You're like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, and then Rebecca starts firing, and then this is. Oh yeah, Lucy is also in distress because the dude's after her now. So this is David's first ever like, experience.
Just first,
together.
yeah, just first like firefight, kind of.
Hmm. And
Well,
then
not
like
really, but like Cyber Psycho run in.
yeah, where he actually had to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's when we get that scene where they're on the rooftop.
Hmm.
If it was episode 4, then yes, because I remember it happening in episode 4.
Yeah. and,
where they're in the rooftop, and this is where Lucy confesses that, hey, sure, it was. Sorry, the song's kicking in again.
you can do it. You can do it.
Woo! There's where she confirms that, hey, sure, I was leading you into a trap, but all the things I showed you was actually true. I do want to go to the moon. And David promises her, like, hey, when we get the money, when we have enough cash, I will take you to your dream. And then that's when, like, for the first time having the sex. But that doesn't really matter, because, do you know, there was actual love there. Ah!
We also skipped out on one of the few rules that Mr. Built Different has to go through is that he can't use his Sandevisant all the time because that's going to cost him a lot, mentally
yeah.
and physically.
Well, I mean, because like he forgot all about that rule, so I think we should too.
That's true. Like the Ripper Doctor was kind of like, you can only do it probably 3 times a day.
Yeah, 2-3 times a day.
And he
Nope,
does it
did he?
like 10.
Nope. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah, Mr. Built Different.
But like as they're diving through Tanaka's memories, Maine starts going cyber psycho. We're like, I think this episode's the end of Maine, and that's episode 6.
Yeah. No, because like the gravity of cyber psychos didn't really hit us. Like we were just like, oh, they're just some crazy people in the cyberpunk world. But then you start seeing Maine just start to twitch out. He's starting to hallucinate. He's punching like random or like acting up. He's standing in a corner, Blair Witch style.
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck?
Yes. Yeah, like I played the game, so like I knew like from the beginning of the episode, like shit, he's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's dead.
And it starts off with like David, like pretty much being exposed, like, oh, you had sex with Lucy. Good job, kid. And we're like,
Yeah.
oh, they're bonding. And then the show takes them away from us. I'm like,
Yeah.
God, fucking episode 6, man. Episode 6 hit so fucking hard. Like,
it's so fast.
Yeah.
it's not just that it was fast. It was just like there's just so much that happened.
Yeah, just like
Like-
wait, please.
Fucking Main starts going crazy. Like, he ends up getting Dorio killed.
Oh my god, yeah.
Fucking David tries to save him. I get like as much as like Lucy tries to beg him to not.
Yeah.
I will say, I love that sequence of Bane just going buck wild. Like, he has Tanaka as a meat shield. While these people who are hired to, like... I love how insurance agents just chooses violence every morning. like they try to make sure they save your life.
True. And then like once Tanaka's dead, and it's like, yeah, no, we're out of here.
Yeah, please, our client's gone, so there's no...
Yeah.
Like they
Just,
see,
I
they see Tanaka's head on splattered. He's like, confirmed dead. We're out of here. Bye. 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 Bye.
He uses him as like a club, like smacking SWAT teams out of the way. I'm like, wow. And immediately just he gets tossed to a wall, and then Tanaka's just like painted on this ghetto ass wall. I'm like, okay.
I love the use of color in this episode. Even though it's sad, the color usage is pretty
I'm-
brilliant.
I mean, that's pretty like true about the series as a whole.
Oh, dude, watch Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's very Studio Trigger all the way through, from the art direction to like fight choreography, and it's like yeah, it's literally like has all the DNA of like Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann, all the good shit. It brings a very different flair to the cyberpunk world, while also like maintaining the tone of the universe, which is like I found it really cool because like I think in the end it does blend really well because the cyberpunk universe is all about like fucking neon colors and shit, and that's very consistent with like Trigger's style, like
Yeah.
bright flashy colors that pop, like, and like this time like I'm glad like they get to like stretch their legs a little bit and like get into something a little more gory, a little more mature.
Yeah.
Got to see some Trigger animated titties.
He froze as soon as he said that. Studio Trigger titties.
We heard you though.
Yeah, we heard it. All
Yeah.
that.
Uh,
but
But I do
yeah.
love the dig at the game when Max Tech was coming through and Main's just like, it's like they're appearing out of nowhere. Like, yes, I get that.
That is definitely a dig at the game.
But yeah, his end is very Barefoot Gen. You're like, Jesus, I've seen this before.
Wait,
Where he just
what do you mean?
melts.
You've seen this before?
Where he just
Mm.
melts into like flesh and muscle. Like, yeah, I've seen Barefoot Gen. I know how the animation
Oh.
goes.
Oh, okay. Dude, I swear, like, it was already foreshadowed at the start of episode 5, or at the end of episode 5, where he was like, alright, deal. When I die, you could have these gloves, or these cybernetic gloves. And I was like, you're gonna die? No! Please! Stop!
That was absolutely a death flag, though.
Yeah, it was a death flag.
Yeah.
And the fact that David, before the explosion came in, uses his Sandevistan to keep that promise, like, I will use these gloves in honor of Maine.
Hmm.
As he's like being blown up, he takes the gloves. And when Lucy's driving off into the sunset, you just see David, well, not really, drive off. As she's still in the parking lot, David comes in, like, clinging onto the gloves in a cradle position. I was like, oh. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then it cuts to, I believe, a year later, and David is in charge of Main's crew now.
Is it ever specified how long the time skip actually was?
I think Wikipedia. I look at Wikipedia as a year.
Okay.
At
Yeah,
least
because I
6
got
months.
really confused.
Yeah.
I really got really confused because it was like, this guy, I feel like it would have been more appropriate if it was like 2 year, but I get it.
Definitely not 2 years though.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
But enough to get David a name in the bar, to get a drink named after him in the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there literally is like in the game, like you go to the afterlife. There is a drink called the David Martinez.
Yeah. And then he has his own crew. He is also chromed the fucked up. You're like, Jesus. All right.
Oh, he was built.
Differently.
Not just definitely built now. Like, Jesus Christ, this man's augmentation was just steroids.
Yeah. I felt bad for the one gang. I forgot their actual name in the game where they're all like cyber up, and they're just cannon fodder for Maine and David.
No, Rebecca and David.
Yeah, Rebecca and David. But yeah, Lucy's out of the crew after Main's dead, obviously, because of the events of what happened. She's like taking care of business elsewhere, making sure David's name is protected or data about David is like erased.
Yeah, because when they had Tanaka as hostage, she actually went in his head and saw that, like, oh shit, there's this shit about David. I gotta protect him because he's my boo.
Yeah.
So she pretty much, throughout the time skip, was just trying to figure out how can she just erase all background on them so they could live a normal life, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
and he's still willing to keep the promise of bringing her to the moon. You're like, I felt like when that happened, when he said that, I was like, I kind of feel like he won't though.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
kind of just like the wishful thinking
Yeah.
or the hopeful thinking when it comes to like bandits, like mobsters, when they wish for like, I want to have a house and somewhere nice and have a normal family. You know they're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
Like you know they're destined for failure.
And like, I do like the scene when he's with Doc and he's talking about being croned up, super croned up, like some legend named Adam Smasher. I'm like, there's no fucking way he's gonna make it into the series, because all you'll get is that flashback or like that image of him in glory and war. Like, there's no way he's gonna make it into the actual show, right? Boy, was I wrong.
Oh Jesus Christ!
But yeah. David makes such a name for himself that Faraday contacts him with a contract from Militech to see some technology from Arasaka.
Oh, by the way, all throughout this part and maybe a little bit of the start, you could see that Rebecca actually has feelings for David.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can see that she's trying to just like slide into David's DM.
It definitely starts very early on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like you kind of see him going through the same thing Maine did. Like his arms start shaking. You're like, oh no. But like you really see the effects of that like second to last episode after Lucy's kidnapped by Faraday.
Faraday, yeah. Where pretty much he's at the brink, or he's at the edge.
Yeah. And like Doc gives him the last few vials to keep him sane, but it's like once you use the last one, you're going over the edge, and there's no coming back from that.
I love the slow burn. Not really. Well, that time period of just David experiencing cyber psychosis slowly. For him, it was slow. For us, it was just brief, like probably a minute sequence. But him, it was like all throughout probably his whole week. Just him losing his mind because of the cybernetic enhancements that he's been putting, just so he could reach the dream of his mom in Maine. I was like, they could fix this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's Cyberpunk, dude. Nobody gets a happy ending.
Yeah, that's true. Like that's the whole theme of like Night City, is that nobody is really there to have a happy ending.
Yeah,
Or everybody who
it's
lives in
dystopia. Like,
yeah,
nobody gets to be happy.
yeah. And I was like, shit, fuck. Don't do this to me.
Except maybe Falco.
Yeah.
Now, actually, is Falco voiced by Troy Baker? He sounds like Troy Baker.
No,
Matt Mercer.
Matt Mercer.
Matt Mercer. Ah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I thought so too, and I looked it up. I was like, oh shit, it's Matt Mercer. Hell yeah.
Okay. Critical Role, dude. All right.
Yeah. I do like the fact that the second to last episode takes place in the present and in the past, where you see like David just dying and telling Rebecca, like, please just use these special meds Doc gave me, and just in case I step over the edge one too many times.
Oh no. Oh fuck, my voice got shaky there. I don't know, man. I gotta say, Rebecca's getting a whole REM treatment here.
Oh, she absolutely is the realm of the show.
Yeah, like she's
100%.
there. She's there on his last moments, like all throughout, just helping him out.
Yeah.
And you can see the absolute care in Rebecca's eyes, and like
Yeah.
she's supposed to be the loud and rowdy character.
Yeah, but like she is absolutely the ride or die, like in that entire group. Like she is like the most human character, I would say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And,
Even though
like,
she barely looks human.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like it's just like very sweet to see like how much she cares about David, and like even though like she's accepted that like she's never gonna have that position in David's life that she wants to be in, but also like how she's willing to put that aside to do what's best for David, which in this case is getting to save Lucy, because like she's accepted that like if she can't bring him back, Lucy can, and so like he's gonna die trying to get the two of them back together.
Yeah. And since they got like wind of like, oh shit, the heist that we're trying to do is actually a setup by Faraday.
Yeah,
And we got betrayed.
by him and Kiwi, because Kiwi turns out to be working with Faraday at the same time.
Yeah,
Kiwi kind of foreshadowed her fate as well. She
yeah, I
was
kind
like,
of called it.
Yeah, she was like, hey,
Don't
number
trust
one
anybody.
rule, don't trust anybody. Yeah. In Night City, do not trust anybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, alright, what is that? What? Why are you telling us this now?
But yeah, David thinks Lucy's telling him to get in the cyber skeleton, but like it's actually Faraday using Lucy, and then once she gets back to normal, it's too late because David already has the cyber skeleton. Like, I guess it's the end, the beginning of the end of David.
Yeah, I mean, he gets a pretty good dialogue from Rebecca as they're putting on the suit. It was like, yeah. It was like, oh, we have to save Lucy. Yeah, you're still crazy. I'm guessing the serums aren't working. I love those little quips that Rebecca keeps pulling out.
I love Rebecca so much.
I love Rebecca so much. I gotta say, Rebecca.
Probably my favorite character.
Yeah, same here.
Not gonna lie.
She's A-list character in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah. But like David's anti-gravity weapons, you're like, that's pretty sick though.
Okay, so we're at that part of like the show where Studio Trigger like takes off the gloves and is like, I got you. Gives us this amazing fight scene.
This classic Trigger balls to the wall.
Yeah, balls to the wall. I would say not as crazy as Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill. I guess it's because it's set in this world that they had to restrict themselves from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like with every other Trigger show, they end up in space.
In space.
It's always how they fucking end the shows, man.
I don't know about Kill la Kill, but anyways, they like again, gloves off. They show us these amazing animations, these amazing fight scenes. But deep down, as you're watching these like cool sequences, you're like, "Fuck, this is it. This is David's last moments."
Yeah, because literally, as David goes out and fucking murders everybody, you could see him literally breaking apart. It seems
right, like his mental state's just dying as you see these canisters just injecting him with meds.
Yeah,
this was supposed to last him 9 days. He was going through it in 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
And I'm like, I want to be like, oh, this is sick, but in reality, I'm like, stop, please. I'm like Rebecca at this moment. I'm like, stop using the fucking the cybernetic enhancements.
Well, yeah, but also David can't really stop given what's on the line here, right?
Yeah.
He has to save Lucy.
That's the beauty of this writing. Like they didn't get a choice.
Yeah, that's the thing is they really I really like the way they up the stakes in this one.
And we didn't know how it was gonna end. If you didn't watch or didn't play the game, or see any spoilers on TikTok, you're like, they're gonna fix it, right? They're gonna get Lucy, right? Everybody's gonna make it out, right?
See, no, I knew how this was gonna end.
I didn't. I love it.
I was hoping against hope that they would anime bullshit their way out of it, but it wasn't meant to be, man.
It wasn't meant to be. Oh god, and I gotta say that car of Falco, that shit's sturdy as fuck.
That shit is indestructible, man.
It was upside down on its side, flipped God knows how many times.
That's a fucking tank.
Yeah.
And it was still going.
At the same time, Arasaki's like, we have to cut Faraday loose and we have to clean up this mess. How are we going to clean up this mess? There's only one man for the job, and that's Adam Smasher. And you see him.
The guy's like, how are we going to get Adam Smasher? He's too busy doing other shit. What do you mean? He's already here.
Yeah.
They're like, oh shit.
It's like, oh shit.
I gotta say, I love Adam Smasher. I never seen him in the game. seeing him here, I was like, this guy's sick.
You see him in the game, you're like, wow, you're tall and scary.
Yeah, like Adam Smasher is very fucking menacing, both in the anime and in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Arasaka agent tries to tell Faraday off. He's like, you really want to do this when I have this much data in my hands? But David comes in time with the cyber skeleton. They're all like, oh shit.
Oh, but dude, before that though, like he's on the car, Rebecca's just trying to like make sure David's okay, and David's just going like, yeah, that's it, Mom. I'm going right to the top, the Naka Tower. And I was like,
Arasaka Tower, you
Arasaka Tower, sorry. I'm horrible with the names. And you just see Rebecca just fully accepting, like, he's not gonna make it.
Dude, the resignation on her face was so fucking painful.
Dude.
But also just like her just like switching straight up to like just trying to encourage David at this point. But like she
Yeah.
knows she can't stop it now. Like he's too far gone.
Yeah, like, pretty much right over the edge already.
Yeah.
As much sanity as he can muster from this one canister that he has.
Love him using the gravity weapon against Faraday. It just snaps his leg off like a toothpick.
I love the physics though, like
Yeah.
him using the gravity weapon just to make a divot in the road, just to make one of the Corpo SWAT teams just crash.
Love how
I was
they
like, that's-
crash, like how they do in the game too. Like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
consistent
they
with the
would
world.
just, like I saw the footage where they would just go like that.
Yeah, like that's pretty consistent with the world. Yeah. And then Adam Smasher makes his appearance too, and they have their confrontation. But he's distracted by Faraday, and then Adam Smasher just shoots him in the gun. He's like, "Can you really be distracted right now, boy?"
I love that. This is top tier trigger moments. Or like when they do the standoff. It's when main character looks against main antagonist. Them going like that. Camera panned down. Studio Trigger loves doing this shit. And it's pretty much their signature. Whether if it's Ryoko against God, what's her name? The president of the school from Kill la Kill. And they always love doing that shot.
And he deflects the missile from Lucy trying to save her, but the blast sends Faraday to his death essentially.
Yeah.
You just see Faraday just splat.
Bitches.
And then
Well, there goes Giancarlo Esposito.
yeah, Lucy's trying to make David come true. Like, I really think no matter what you do, this is his end. And then when he lands beside Rebecca and what's the name of Matt Mercer's character?
Falco.
Falco. He's like, I have a favor to ask you. I'm like, oh no, this is you have to make Lucy safe while I sacrifice myself. I knew that was coming.
Like he already made plans. He knows he was not coming back from this.
Yeah.
And they saved Lucy, right? At
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she gets him to be sane one moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rebecca gets to see, like, at least they're together, and then they're interrupted by Adam Smasher, and this is where Rebecca meets her end.
I was like, damn, Adam Smasher's so fucking cool. I was like, you son of a fucking bitch! How dare you! No, seriously, I'm going ham once I get this game. On Adam Smasher. That is my entire goal. John Wick style, you killed my dog. This time, you killed my waifu, you son of a fucking bitch.
And Lucy tries to hack him, but he just instantly deflected. You're like, right.
I mean,
Fucking
the fact that
Giga
they
Chat and Smasher.
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta say that. Yeah, I was like, Adam Smasher is a Giga Chat in this game. Man just does not care. And this is the sequence where David goes down, has this final standoff with Adam Smasher.
Is it a standoff?
Where-
though?
Hmm?
Is it really a standoff?
No, this is the odd part. They averted our expectations. We thought that David's gonna be like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you till you're half dead and maybe I fail. No, there's no contest. Adam Smasher destroys David.
Mhm.
Like, absolutely, like, oh, you're using your gravity training wheels, just ripping him apart, and trash talking him while he's doing it.
Yeah.
Anna Smasher does give him the option. He's like, I had fun. If you want, you could be a very good asset. And I'm like, he's like I give a shit. I love that about David though. He's like, nah, I ain't no corpo.
Felt bad for Lucy when Falco's driving. When she's like, we have to go back. We're like, I don't think you can go back. There's no way.
And then this song starts kicking. I really want to stay at your house. It's like,
Oh man.
dude, I keep seeing like TikTok.
Man.
I keep seeing TikTok of like people like, all right, I just gotta finish up this mission. Goes in the car, the song starts playing on the radio. I was like, no, I don't want to hurt again. I don't want to hurt again. I love those TikToks. But
Oh man.
yeah,
Yeah, David meets Sen because Adam Smasher essentially finishes him off, but it ends with a moonshot. You're like, don't do this to me, please.
yeah, like Falco keeping his promise to David, bringing Lucy to the moon. Probably, I think that 2 million, 1 million credits. I forgot what it's called. Euro bucks.
Eddie's.
Eddies, yeah. They pretty much half it. He brings Lucy to the moon as promised.
He also told me, I'm sorry I couldn't be there. Like, oh.
Wait, sorry. I grieved for a solid 3 days, and now you're making me relive it.
That's what you get
Hey,
from
man.
D&D, raw emotion.
That's how we make content.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear, I really want to stay at your house. Doesn't sound like a sad song. When I was hearing it all throughout, I was like, oh, it's very nice, upbeat. And then they used it for that, and I can't look at this song the same ever again. I'm like, ugh. But anyway, he does keep his promise. He gets her to the moon. Hey, but sad to say that the crew doesn't make it except for Falco.
Yeah, well, I mean, because this kind of leads into like what I kind of wanted to touch on. It's like that promise, like at least like from my interpretation to Lucy is like it didn't really matter to her because like all she cared about from like episode 6 and onwards was just keeping David safe and being with him and like just living their lives together. And so like they both operate on this weird sense of duty they have towards one another, and it's just like they both kind of make a series of decisions that end up like fucking them both over in the long run when like they just like couldn't accept what they already had, which was because it would have been a perfectly happy end. They could have had a perfectly happy ending after episode 6. They just cut all the shit. Let's leave Night City together. That's it.
Yeah.
Done.
Like all the eddies that we made, instead of putting it into like our apartment and like our cybernetic enhancements, we could have just went to the moon already.
Yeah, and fucking take Rebecca along too.
Yeah. Why did they have to show her body?
That was brutal. Like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, because I really thought Rebecca would just be like, fuck, I'm damaged. Nah. She gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you mean. Like, those final interactions that he had with Lucy, David and Lucy having their last words to each other. Him saying, like, I gotta get you to your dream. And she wants to save his life, and he goes, I am not worth it. By the end, it shows that he was worth it. The whole time, he was worth it. Her sacrifice is worth it. This dude loved her to, like, high heavens.
Yeah.
And was, like, able to keep his promise, but that was their fate, is that they can't have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have a boyfriend and go to the moon.
Yeah, well, it was more just like they just got so caught up in like doing what they thought was best for each other in the future that they just like couldn't really see what they had in the present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such beautiful writing. Ah,
With that being said, what would you rate the show?
shit, man. I'm giving this one a 10 out of 10. I never had a show or well, except for like some other like sad planet at Year in April, but this threw me off, like threw me in a loop. Like going into it, I was like, Cyberpunk, cool. We're gonna have an exciting action-packed anime, but by the end, it's just heartbreaking. I love it when stories do that, where they just like avert your expectations. There's not a happy ending. Boom, salt in your eye kind of thing. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And the writing amazing. The voice actors for I haven't watched the sub yet, but for sure they did an amazing job as well.
It was also amazing sub. The only thing I would say is that you kind of miss out on like the local like slang and shit. Like nobody. Like,
Oh yeah, nobody
Japanese,
says Troom.
Nobody says Troom. Nobody says Nova. Nobody says Eddies.
Oh, okay. So I feel like sure it says in Netflix the original is Japanese. I would say go dub. So you could enjoy the slang, you could enjoy the visuals, and just the story's amazing. Like this is top tier, one of the best video game adaptation to TV. You know, how do you say?
It's not even really like an adaptation, exactly, because like it has nothing to do with the
main story
of-
with like the
with the
Keanu
video game.
Reeves.
Yeah, like this is like way like this has nothing to do with all of that. The only things they have in common are Arasaka being involved somehow in Atom Smasher,
okay.
and that's really where it ends.
But yeah, it's a 10 out of 10, especially the soundtrack. They got Franz Ferdinand to do the opening for this one.
I love opening.
Yeah, same here. I also love the ending. I don't know who it was, but Kubshinov, one of my favorite artists, did the art for the ending and for a music video. So good on you. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
I'll also give this a 10 out of 10. The story is great, and I think the best part about it is that you don't have to have been familiar with the game, just like Jomar, to enter this world and enjoy the characters in the story. And this is one of the best animated series on Netflix today. I'm like only second to like Arcane, I would say. But yeah, good story, good characters, amazing writing, amazing animation, and I don't know if they can do a season 2, but I will look forward to what Studio Trigger does next.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was just like a translation error or something, because like back when they announced this in like 2020, like they just called it their first anime, so like that leads me to believe that they have more projects in store. But I don't know, that could have just been a translation error from like Polish to English or whatever. I don't fucking know. But anyway, as for the rating, I don't know how to rate this, honestly. Like I'm like right between like a 9 and a 10. It's like
9.5.
yeah, because like on one hand, like there's really nothing in the show I would complain about, except for like one or two lines of like dialogue, specifically built different, and you guys are cyberpunks, right? But I mean that's not really worth like docking a point.
Nah.
Yeah, but also like when it comes to like how I rate things, 9 and 10, 9s and 10s are pretty much on the same level quality wise. It just comes down to how memorable will they be to me. Like, will I remember this like 4 or 5 years later down the road, right? And like that's what I'm struggling with right now. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll give it a 10. I'll give it a 10.
Hey.
Yeah. I'll give it a 10. I'll probably remember this one for a while. Definitely a very long time.
Well,
Like, love the characters, love the action. The art direction was immaculate. Soundtrack was great. Performances amazing all around. And I like I'm just really particular to this style of writing, where it's just like, yeah, like nobody gets a fucking happy ending, and like call me a fucking masochist, but like, like if done well, like yes, break me emotionally, fucking traumatize me, baby. That's what I'm here for.
I'm
But,
not
like,
ready for love.
Yeah, but also make the ride along the way a hell of a time. Right? Make it really fucking fun. like emotionally traumatize me in the end, but make sure I have a lot of fun along the way. And this show did that, so I'll give it a 10.
Well, since we're at the end, I have several questions. There are future video game adaptations, both live action and maybe animated. Like Netflix has Assassin's Creed live action and Horizon Zero Dawn live action. Amazon has God of War and It Takes Two with The Rock. And next year is the Gran Turismo movie, and sometime, I think next year is the Twisted
Gran
Metal.
Turismo movie?
Yeah, and then next year is
fuck?
also a Twisted Metal movie.
I love driving sims, but I don't. Is it just gonna be like Aaron Paul again? Like
they just get Aaron Paul to star as the lead in every like video game adaptation of a racing game.
Dude, I swear, like they just gotta like, yeah, my car's not fast enough for the Gran Turismo. They gotta start doing that with like Kratos going, I have to be the God of War, you know.
Gran Turismo is by the guy who directed District 9.
Oh!
Oh.
So maybe.
I mean,
To be
what
honest,
can you really do with Gran Turismo?
yeah, like what makes it a Gran Turismo movie?
Like Gran Turismo has no fucking lore.
No, you go throughout a season of racing and you win. That's it.
I don't know, man. I think
what makes it different from any other like racing movie?
I think Anthony Mackie is attached to the Twisted Metal movie.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, I don't know. So
Anthony Mackie, isn't he like from a band?
no, he's
No.
Falcon. He's Captain America.
Oh.
Uh,
No, sorry, I'm thinking of Chris Mackie. Sorry.
oh, and there's the Borderlands movie with.
I thought you were thinking about like Macklemore or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Borderlands with Kate Blanchett and Jack Black. Yeah, interesting.
Okay. I say that could be a series.
I will keep an eye on it very cautiously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would say Cyberpunk's opening a lot of doors for video games to turn into shows.
The
Yeah.
last few years have definitely opened a lot of doors to that end. Like starting with, I mean, Arcane, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arcane and Cyberpunk probably are
Yeah.
like the goats of video game show adaptation.
Yeah,
Or show.
and that's as far as like animated goes. Like live action, you have Witcher.
Resident Evil. Resident Evil's not good.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? We don't talk about Resident Evil.
Like,
We're talking about that one.
since you
Sorry.
mentioned Cyberpunk and Arcane, which video game universe would you like to see get the same treatment?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a really good question.
I'd like to see.
And by what studio, by the way?
Okay, because like I would pick Nier Automata, but it's already getting a fucking anime. Fuck.
I want to say Dead Space.
Dead Space. Yeah, I feel like that'd be pretty good. Let's see. I am between. I am between Yakuza, Guilty Gear, Devil May Cry, and what else do I have here?
Yakuza and Guilty Gear is a good choice.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, I feel like it'd be between those three.
I believe the guy who did Castlevania is making a Devil May Cry series.
Oh, that's good.
Mm.
That's good. I
Yeah.
could see them doing it. Yeah.
Okay, for Devil May Cry, because we also had to pick studios, right? For Devil May Cry, I'd probably want it done by either Wit, Mappa, or Madhouse.
I'll go with Dead Space.
Yeah. I mean, for Guilty Gear, it'd be fucking. I don't know, Ufotable.
You know what? That's great. Yeah, Football would be a really good one. They're the ones who
Yeah.
did Demon Slayer, by the way, and so.
Yeah.
Oh.
You footable or like A1 or something.
I would say football. Go
Yeah.
high on that budget, homie.
Yeah, and then Yakuza
I would say Madhouse for that.
Madhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would not say no to a Madhouse adaptation of Yakuza.
I would change my answer from Dead Space to Madhouse for that studio.
Yeah,
I feel like that's more appropriate.
yeah, more their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to see an animated God of War. I just know which studio would suit it best.
Very, very. Okay, no. That's it won't match. I
don't know,
Studio
Bones.
Ghibli or some shit.
The fuck? Kill Annie.
But yeah, I don't think I'll have to worry about them sparing the violence since Amazon is home to Invincible and The Boys, so why not? But yeah, that has been our video on Cyberpunk Edgerunners, unless you have some other things to add.
I really want to stay at your house.
But yeah, if you want to see more of us, be sad or happy on YouTube at least, please like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. And thank you so much, by the way, for getting us to 91 subscribers. We really appreciate it, guys.
Love you.
Yeah. If you want to see us react to trailers, stream video games, or about our lives from time to time, we have a Facebook under the same name. Same with our Spotify podcast and our TikTok account. So TikTok's for our greatest moments. Spotify is to hear us on the go. Individually, you can find me at Gandalfus995 on IG and Twitter. How about you guys?
You can find me at JohnGeom_on Instagram. It is my art account. And maybe in the future, just to have a tribute to my waifu, I might do a bit of a Rebecca art. So
You should do like an art stream. I feel like that'd be fun.
Yeah.
You know, I should.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be really good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
But on my end, you can find me on all my socials. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't really post there anymore. But Twitch, at Urity, UR1TY. I do not stream as often as I'd like to because I am fucking busy. But you know, if you just want to say what's up, talk shit or whatever, you know, I'm here. So give your boy a
Hey.
shout.
Hey, our boy's on that grind. He's
Yeah.
making a man out of himself.
But yeah, we are not done with anime. Throughout this week, we'll be talking about other groundbreaking anime. Also violent too. So yeah, look forward to that. But for this
Otomo, here we come! Sorry.
But for this video at least, we have reached the end of the road, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.
Ciao.